Welcome to Ukulele Corner. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at alternating index and middle finger in the right hand and playing a C scale. And what we're going to do is we're going to train our fingers to move really quickly back to the string, playing staccato, or very short notes. So let's say if I'm playing the high string with my index finger, as soon as I play that, my middle finger is going to touch the string. And then back and forth. So the notes are cut very short. So you're training your fingers to move very quickly to get back to the note. Now if we look at a C scale, we're going to play the third string open, C, then second fret D, second string E, then first fret, F, third fret G, high string open, second fret is B, and then third fret is C. So A, B, C on the high string. And what we're going to do is practice alternating index and middle finger with a staccato motion. And so to start out with this, it's good to try this on any given string. So let's try it on the third string. Now move to the second string with your index finger and stop with the middle, index, middle, back and forth. Then high string, index to middle. It's tricky to do this if you haven't done it before, but it's training your finger to get right back to the string after you play. It gives you a lot of control with your right hand. If you touch the string before you play it instead of just sweeping through, you can get a lot more control over your tone. And we're working on just minimizing the amount of motion and movement with the fingers as we play. So what I want to try to do is to really emphasize the idea of alternating fingers in the right hand. I want to play with index and middle 4 times per note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next note, D. Next open string. First fret, F, G. High string open. Second fret is B, and then C. And you'll notice when you cross over strings, let's say for example, if I'm playing the second fret of the third string, you actually touch the next string in line. We've been stopping the string with the next finger, but when you start playing a scale, you have to move across the strings. So keep that in mind that sometimes it's going to be index, middle, right to index on the next string. So we're preparing for the next string we're going to play. Now if we play this and we play a little bit faster, what I'm going to try to do is a speed burst. I'm going to play eighth notes, 1 and 2, and then sixteenths. Then sixteenths, eighth notes, sixteenths, lots of opportunity to alternate index and middle. So let's try that together. Ready and play. Eighth notes, C, then the note D with sixteenths, eighth notes on the second string open, sixteenths, eighth notes, sixteenths, eighth notes, then sixteenths. So that's really giving your right hand a good workout, alternating index and middle finger, doing repetitions. Now for a little bit more excitement, we're going to try to play eighth notes and then a full scale. Eighth notes, then descending scale. Staccato. Notice how I have my thumb planted on the fourth string. This will really help you develop alternating index and middle finger technique. And once you've got the hang of the staccato playing, then go for as legato and beautiful sounding and connected as you can. You'll notice your fingers get to the string a lot faster. Nice and smooth and connected. And if that's too challenging, just slow down and play on just one string open. You can start with the high string. Start very slowly, just work on that alternation, the index and middle, playing staccato. You could do a speed burst here. Start with that until that becomes more comfortable, and then gradually pick up the tempo. You can use your metronome, see what tempo is comfortable for you. Try to strive for maybe with getting the beats per minute up to about 120. That would be a good goal for this. And work your way there gradually. You could keep a journal of your progress and see how you're progressing over time. At what point with the metronome does it start to feel a little shaky? Right, and then just pull it back a couple notches and then slowly work your way forward. If you really stick with this, you'll make progress and it will really help your right hand technique. So have fun with that, alternating index and middle fingers, and I'll be back with much more very soon.